here, man. It's empty. What's going on?
I know you're shaking your head, but you've told me no too many times and you come back that I can't believe you now. You guys bidding today? Just say yes. Just say yes. We're not here to play games. Alright, so let's get to work.
Welcome back for another auction weekend. It's Saturday the 5th of April. Now, it's been a hectic week in the world economy because Trump's tariff has just gone in and it has absolutely changed the landscape of real estate. So all of a sudden we went from unsure about the next rate cuts to a lot more certainty that Australia is going to have some rate cuts coming our way, which is going to be fantastic for sellers in this economy. So buyers, if you're still waiting around to see, it's going to be a very, very tough market coming up. But we're heading off to the first one. I don't want to make this too long. 241 Morris Road. I've heard we've got a good amount of interest, so let's see how that goes.
So you must be the owners?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm part of the owner.
Part of the owner.
Ian,
Nicole.
nice to
Nice to
meet you.
meet you.
Yes.
I might go get set up, have a look around, see what the place is like.
You
Organize,
start.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Last week on Mirrambik, I forgot to congratulate you on your wedding.
Oh, that's all right.
And then I'm like,
Bro.
hold on.
Please, we are in some other mode right now.
Hold on.
All right, Pratik is getting a little bit annoyed at me distracting his team here, but we're going to move on to the property here. You can see it's a very, very good home in Hoppers Crossing. Quite a large block of land as well with a really good outdoor area. The decking area is beautiful. A really good multi-purpose use. The kitchen could use a little bit of an updating, but all round the layout is fantastic. You've got the separate living area, and down this hallway you've got all of the bedrooms, which I'm just going to go down to the master bedroom now, and you can see very spacious. It also has an ensuite as well. All of these things could use a little bit of freshening up, but in terms of the layout, everything is really good. Decent sized rooms with built-in robes. Here's another bathroom again, could use a bit of updating, but honestly you could live like that and it's perfectly fine. An older home as well, so you can see that it has been around for probably 20 odd years by now, and the condition is really good. The build is all really good. The front landscaping is all very nice as well. We're about to start the auction here, so stick around to see how it goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the whole team here at Reliance Real Estate, I thank you very much and welcome you to the auction of 241 Morris Road in the lovely suburb of Hoppers Crossings. Who would like to get the auction underway? Don't mind where we start. $680,000, 705, 730. Jazz, welcome back to your bidder now. 750 out that way. Bigger bid wins, unfortunately, but thank you very much. At 750, the boss has pulled the trigger here at $750,000. We are on the market and selling. No better bidder offer. How are we going, guys? Any bid on top? 755. How about that? You're already out. The aggressive bidding has knocked you out of the competition. I do appreciate taking the bid. Another $5,000. Where have you been this whole entire time? So we're at $755,000, confirming that bid. 756. Come on, let's fire it off straight away. 760. What do you say? 760? Great bid. 760. 761. All of that for a $1,000 bid. 761. 63. 63, let's go 64. 500. All right, Pratik's nodding. 500. 763, 500. 765, great bid. 765. Let's go another 500. That last bid cost you absolutely nothing, by the way. 765, 500. 767. Perhaps Commel, you should come out this way and help these guys out. 767. Far out. 500. 767, 500. Let's go another 500 quickly. 767, 500. 769. That's a great bid. 769, Michaela. Now what I'm going to suggest you do, just based, I know you're shaking your head, but you've told me no too many times and you come back that I can't believe you now. Let's go to 770, call it quits, we sell. Another 500. 771. Come on guys, I need to know. 771, another 500. One more. We're done. We're shaking our head. I'm going to knock it down now. No more chances here. No more late bids or offers. We are selling. I'm going to give you to the count of 3, and we need to know your resounding answer from all 3 at the same time, because I can see so much indecision out this way. Last opportunity, fellas. Last opportunity, gentlemen. Counting it 3 times. We're going to congratulate our owners for real this time. $100. 772. Great bid. $772,000 out to the left-hand side. We are selling. Selling. Yes? No? We're done. We are sold. Congratulations. Well bid, well bought. On behalf of the team at Reliance Werribee, thank you for attending another successful auction. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. A very, very tough auction. Well done. Very well bid. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. Bring you guys inside. Well done. You couldn't have done anything better.
No, it is what it is.
Congratulations. Well done. Come on inside and meet. All right. No, that's it. You can't change your mind now. All right. We'll probably get you guys over there at the dining table. We'll come. Pratik will soon come over and get all the contracts signed for you guys. I'll get you guys to just jump back out there. If that's okay. We'll get everybody together. Sorry? Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. 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 Well done.
Well done, you.
I dragged it out as much as I could for you.
Thank you. You were the one who done it, man.
Sorry?
You're the one who done it. You're the one who put the pressure on, man.
It's a team effort. It's a team
Very
effort.
good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Alright, so we're saying our congratulations here and heading over to sign the contracts with the highest bidder. This is a buyer who only joined the bidding after the property was announced on the market. And best of all, this was a buyer that we weren't even expecting here. They came through on the first time and bid all the way to the very end. The buyer actually goes on and tells us how he'd seen the property before and actually had a look at this home when it sold originally in 2014. So he actually had a really good idea exactly what he was bidding on. He knew what he wanted and he came here with the intention to buy, and that's exactly what he did. He ended up buying the place, but I've got to say this is a perfect example of those situations where the underbidders, even though they're giving me signals to say that they're out shaking their head, they keep coming back for one more bid, and they tend to be quite small bids as well. So this is an example of where if you're going to bid to that level, you may as well bid aggressively and quickly, otherwise you risk showing weakness and buyers thinking that you're just about out and they'll come back for another bid and another bid. But look, we're off to the next auction now. This is 13 Appleton Avenue in Keysborough. You can tell it's a very premium home. We're going to start the auction, so I hope you stick around and see how this one goes as well.
Can I be in it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm working.
Take a selfie.
Oh, yeah.
You have the longest hand. Yeah.
That's my job. Alright, nice. Let's get to work, huh? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the whole team here at Multi-Million Group, thank you very much for joining us here for what I'm sure will be a stunning auction here, and welcome to the auction of 13 Appleton Avenue. Auction underway. Don't mind where we start. thought I nailed that introduction, and we'll be all jumping over ourselves to jump into the auction. A stunning opportunity here. Happy to start at any opening figure where you see logical value. We'll simply take it from there. Varun, Alicia, Chris, Jack, let me know if there's any interest and who would like to start me off. 155, just where I was going to start things off myself, but welcome to the auction and good luck out that way. I'm going to move the auction along at 1.6 now. Happy to see your buyers back in on another 25. There we go, $1,625,000 back in on top, and we will get some instructions from our vendors at this point in time. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten much more bidding than here, but I'm going to come back with some instructions shortly and hopefully some good news out this way for you guys there. Right, we're just going to say, I'm going to place a vendor bid. If anybody wants to negotiate, they need to bid above that. All right? But if you don't bid, I place a vendor bid at 165. Yeah. So that means they know if they want to buy between 1625 and 165, they need to be the highest bidder and they can come in and negotiate. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation while we sort out those instructions from our vendor. And counting it 3 times, Varun, unless you magically, or Chris, or Alicia, or Jack find a last-minute bid in the crowd. First call, need to know now, buyers. Second call at 1,625,000. I place a vendor bid if there's no further advance, if there's no further bidding from here. Third, final time, all done, finished, absolutely silent. We formally passed the property in on a vendor bid at $1,650,000. Let's give our highest bidder a round of applause. We're going to start that negotiation process and hopefully update you with a sold result very, very shortly. Thank you once again and have a good rest of your weekend. That's it. All right, that's it, guys. So not much more in terms of the auction process. Seems that we just get a little bit unlucky with people coming through. Okay, so look, I wish I could have done more with the auction for you guys today, but look, that's just the market speaking at the moment. It's very nice to meet you guys, okay? All the very best, okay? Thank you as well. Thank you. All right, well, thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to need you to say that on camera for me, thanks. Got to put that on. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, we're heading to 20 Lynbridge Crescent in Tarneit. Now, this is a Thursday night auction. We're doing a twilight auction. We just had daylight savings, so right on 6 o'clock when we start, it's going to start to get a little bit dark. By the end of the auction, it should be just sundown. Now, people ask me a lot, why do midweek auctions work? And they absolutely do. If you have a well-priced property, people will make the time out of the day to make sure that they can make it. It's an important decision for them. If it's the right property for them at the right price, they will come to the auction. The added bonus to that as well is that next week is the Super Saturday auction weekend right before Easter, and you're going to have everybody and their dogs wanting to sell their home, and a lot of auctions that weekend because after Easter there tends to be a little bit of a slowdown in the market. Less buyers are out, they take a bit of a break with their kids, it coincides with school holidays, and so this is the week that everybody rushes to get their properties listed for auction. And Thursday is number 1, you beat the crowd, and number 2 is you get to sell in isolation, which means you're not competing against other properties going to auction at the exact same time, forcing your buyers to pick between your property and the other property at the same auction time. So it's a very valuable tool. This is one that we planned out strategically. It was delayed and we didn't want to delay it too long past Easter or during that mad rush for Easter. So Thursdays was a perfect one. We're heading out to Tarneit now, so I'm going to see you there. I'm going to be spending more time driving than I am going to call the auction, but for you, it's going to be an instant. See you there.
Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? You here for the auction? Looking to bid today? Maybe. Yeah, absolutely. Is it for yourself to live in? Investment? Oh, very nice. How many properties do you have in your portfolio? 8? 3. Okay, I've got a bit ahead of myself.
8, I will be sleeping.
Or you'd have 8 times as many problems. Yes.
What do you want to do? You want to do it inside or outside? There's another guy.
Yeah, it's another guy. Let's do it outside, man. The Sash, is it? S-A.
SASH.
Very nice. What's your background?
I'm Indian as well.
Indian?
New Delhi.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Ready to get a start?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Ray White Tarneit, we thank you very much for joining us here today and welcome you to the auction of 20 Lynbridge President. 650, 660, thank you very much. 2 bidders now fighting it out at 660, 670 got it there, here's 680 there, 690 now. 95, thank you very much, and let's go 700. You know what, I'll take it, 96, 697, and well done, back in it now. We're going to formally pass the property in at $697,000. Let's give our highest bidder a round of applause. It's a very humble crowd. Let's be polite. At $697,000. Well done to you. And thank you very much for your bidding today. We look forward to updating you with a poll result very shortly. Thank you very much.
Game time, guys. Saturday, 12th of April, last auction weekend before we get to Easter. Nobody's here, man. It's f***ing empty. What's going on? Anyways, we're gonna rock up. Hopefully it's a good one. I've been told a lot of people are going to be here, but nobody showed up yet. So let's just hope for the best because it's not looking good so far.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you? You guys bidding today? Just say yes. Just say yes. We're not here to play games.
It was very nice getting a laugh in with these guys, getting the good auction vibes going before we start the auction. But let's do a bit of a house tour. This is in Manor Lakes, and a very nice house, as you'll get to see. Really good layout with a lot of good things going for it. The thing I like about this the most is being in Manor Lakes. It's a very car-dominated area, and this is walking distance from all of the amenities. So for example, the center area where you get the shops, the train station as well. So it's a very good location to be in Manor Lakes, and you can see the layout is very nice. It's an older home, but held up very well. Good layout all around, good separation of space between the bedrooms and the living area. You also saw the ensuite and master bedroom at the front, which was very nicely done. Also, you're going to see we're going to go head out to the outdoor area as well, where there's a little bit of a shaded area, but also quite spacious. And out back there's also a bit of a yard as well, so plenty of usable space with this concrete around here and a little bit of greenery out back as well. So really good house all around. We're about to get the auction started. More people have started to funnel in compared to what we had earlier this morning, so that's really good news for us. Make sure to stick around to see how this auction goes.
Just take one, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, we're just taking a walk.
All right, guys. It's game time, so all I'll get you guys to do, if you want to go a little bit closer to the front so you can hear and see everything, okay. That way when we come inside to speak to you, you've got a good idea of what's going on. Okay. All right, so the only other thing I've got to get settled with you is your settlement terms. 30-60.
Well, if they want earlier, you do.
Yep, 30-60. That's,
the better, I guess.
yeah, because it's empty, right?
45 or 60.
Yep, beautiful. We don't want it any longer. And your deposit, are you happy with 5 or 10%?
Yes.
5 or 10%. I mean, I'm just going to announce 10%, but if anybody's asked for 5, then they can bid on that, okay? Beautiful. Well, let's get started. Good luck, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Reliance Real Estate, thank you very much for joining us here for what I'm sure will be a lovely auction here. Welcome to the auction of number 52 Pedder Street. Who would like to get the auction underway? Don't mind where we start. 570, thank you very much. I did say I'll take any bid. Let's go in $20,000 on the rise from here. 600, great strong bid there. 570, yep. 605. Let's go in 10s as a bare minimum. 610, let's show strength there. 610, 620. 620, great bid straight back at $620,000. Let's go 30 straight away. Makes no sense to back away, and 630 now. At 630 now, 40? 640, strong bid there. 650, let's go quickly now. 650, great bid. 660? 660, back at you at $660,000. I'll take the 5s if he gets you back in quicker at 665. 665, confirmed. 670, you gave him too much time. $670,000, and let's get some instructions from inside, please. We are on the market and selling. No better bidder offer. You miss out at $670,000, holding the keys, and good luck to you at 670, 680. What a bid at the back end of the auction. Let's go 85, 685. Great bid again. 692. 95 straight back. He's quick on it too. Let's go straight to 700 now. Show strength at the back end of the auction. Are you sure? We're done? Out. Finished. Absolutely silent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to welcome our new neighbours here at 695,000. We are selling. Selling. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. We are sold. Congratulations. Well bid, well bought. Of course, commiserations to our underbidders. Thank you very much for attending. Another successful outcome with Reliance Real Estate. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Well done. You did a very good job. Well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done. Hey, well done. Congratulations. Thank you. No worries. You did everything right, but you know, all the very best, okay? Yeah, I know. But that's what I mean. You put the right strategy in place. Done deal. 695 unconditional.
It's inside.
Okay, well,
And so you haven't even woken up yet.
And wow, what an auction. That was a
See you later,
very,
guys.
very
Have a good day.
and quick auction, considering how we started out with barely anybody showing up in the morning. And it was a good thing that it was a quick auction as well, because I was stressing about how I was going to get to my next auction. I need to go from Manor Lakes all the way out to Strathmore Heights. Quick cheeky photo for my Instagram before I go, but with that quick auction, I'm off to Strathmore Heights now. This is 14 Elysee Court. This one's got quite a lot of good potential. It's in a really good location, Strathmore Heights, and also within the Strathmore High School zone, which is a very well sought after school. Now, as we come in, this is what you're going to find. There's a lot of potential here. Strathmore Heights is very hilly, so they've built into a very steep downward slope here, and how they've done it is they've done this split level where upstairs is a bit of a living area or guest room, and downstairs you can see comes out to the pool area. Now all of the living area is quite thin. The pool area is beautiful, but the reason why the living area is quite thin is because they've got all their bedrooms lined up across that back area. So all those windows across the pool are bedroom windows. I think that would be perfect if they open that area and actually put the kitchen down this right hand side of the wall, because that way you can actually have a window that opens up to the deck area. You can pass all your food, your drinks, your entertaining, your guests. And another thing that would do is you can see this downstairs area is quite dim. Not a lot of natural light comes through there. So if you had the kitchen opening up, you'd actually have a lot more light coming through that back part of the house. But here I am meeting the owners for the first time. I've spoken to them quite a few times over the phone, and here we are strategizing for what's to come. So if you stick around and have a watch of the auction, you will see how this one
some of the guys that show up last minute, they tend to be the ones that are quite emotional at an auction. They've seen it for the first time. I've seen it many times where they're the ones that buy, because they probably missed out on one this morning, they missed out on one last week, and now they just want to get something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're really hoping that these guys jump in. If we've got 5 people all up, right, we've got 3 people that have come through the inspections before, and 2 people that are showing up new. We're just really keeping an eye on how many of those people are involved in the auction. All right. So the more people we can get involved in the auction, the more I would recommend putting the property on the market earlier, because that stimulates the competition. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what you guys want to do, all right? Because look, last thing I'm going to say about the auction is that there's going to be people out there, especially in suburbs, where people are savvy about auctions, about people that it's not always going to be their first home. You wait until the property's on the market before you actually bid. Right, so there's a lot of people out there. This morning's auction that I sold, exact same thing. Buyer that bought the property didn't bid until the property's on the market. Okay, so wherever we get up to, however many people end up bidding, you guys need to make the call. All I can say is the more people we have involved, the higher the pace of the auction before you decide to make the call, the more I would suggest putting it on the market early, so you can actually let the buyers take the competition away. Okay?
Sold before?
No.
First time, huh?
Yeah.
So like you're
Houses
saying,
anyway.
what's that?
Houses anyway.
Okay. We can relate to each other. The first, I mean, what he's saying is right. So the sooner we try and get on the market, the better. Now I heard that your reserve has gone a little bit higher today, so as of last night.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Which is fair enough. Now, if it does start slowing down, we'll stop. We'll come back in
Yeah.
have a discussion. If it's close to something that you're interested in, maybe we'll consider putting it on the market. If not, then we'll work
Yeah.
from there.
Again, I'm going to signal where the bidding starts to slow down, and I mentioned that point in time where it's the perfect time to put the property on the market. I'm going to signal for one of the guys to come inside so that we don't even have to pause. If you decide to pull the trigger, we've got a lot of momentum. If you're stuck making a decision, we can take a pause and chat. Settlement terms?
Easy.
Yeah, whatever.
30, 60,
90.
30, 60, 90. All
I
right.
think we've even had 120, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah, but that's...
120 as well.
Yeah, and we can just say yes to them, but otherwise 30 to 90.
Yeah.
All right, 10% deposit, all standard. Would you take a 5% if somebody asked?
Yeah.
Yep, beautiful. And reserve price, we're going to put $1,050,000, yep. Beautiful, that's pretty much it. Shall we get the show on the road? All right, let's get...
No worries at all. Good luck.
Thank you.
No worries at all.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yep, leave it with me. What was your name, sorry?
Sam.
Sam, good to meet you, Ian.
Yeah, nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at L&M Property Co, we thank you very much for joining us and welcome you to the auction of number 14 Elysee Court. Who would like to get the auction underway? Don't mind where we start. I thought I nailed that introduction. Very tough crowd here today. Beautiful weather as well, and I'm also getting a little bit out of breath because I realize I'm walking a little bit uphill. Geez, very tough crowd. I'm going to kick things off with a vendor bid just to keep things moving along at $820,000. We're going to go in $20,000 rises on top. Jeez, very tough crowd. Lem, I'm going to move things along at $850. We can't just keep waiting around for our buyers. $1,000, third and final time. So you've been making very good eye contact with me. Are you sure you don't want to jump in? I'm just assuming here. There's no other way that you're looking. At $850 now, would you like to jump in at $870? A reserve is a little bit higher than this. I'm just going to keep placing vendor bids. If you want to know the reserve, by the way, be the highest bidder, come inside, we'll let you know where that is and you can go from there. Otherwise, there's no clarity on exactly where that reserve has been set. We pass things in on a vendor bid, we talk to all buyers. Absolutely silent now, out the back, $870. $870 now, welcome to the auction now. There you go, guys. Social proof and evidence that the property is wanted by somebody else at $870,000. Now that gentleman out back in the sunnies, he's going to know where the reserve price is and you're going to be left guessing. Lem, I think it's a good time to take a pause as well. Let's get some instructions from our vendors and we'll hopefully have some good news for you soon. Thank you very much. They want the property to be on the market. Sorry? They want the property to be on the market. All right, you can tell people are interested, but they just don't want to bid, right?
That's good.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think it's worth doing it. Anyways, like I said, unless we have good competitive bidding, there's no point. Yeah, that's it. You can't pull the trigger. It's fine. It is what it is.
If it was me selling it, I'd go out there, say there's one more here. If not, it's off market.
That's it. All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation while seeking our vendor's instructions. We're not going to be placing any more vendor bids, sir, so no further advance from your bid out back at $870. We're simply passing the property in and starting the negotiation processes swiftly. Yes, pass the property in. Oh, geez, you made me work for that. $880,000. $890 now, $890,000. Let's go straight to $900. At $890, third and final time, we pass the property in. Done. Yes? Yes? No? Not done? Done. $890, last chance, first call, second call, third and final time. Done, finished, silent. I think we've formally passed the property in. Thank you very much, sir, for your bidding. Thank you guys for joining in as well at $890,000. Let's give our highest bidder a round of applause here at $890,000. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you. Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, well done. Highest bidder. Inside. We've got a bit of time in between auctions because I had one sold prior and it's on the other side of the city, so now what else should I be doing but paying my buddy Sahil a visit? And far out, look, he but he travels around in style. My man with the G-Wagon. Far out.
Now this is the final open home for inspection before auction tomorrow for this home, so you're going to see this auction play out tomorrow. Terrible parking job, by the way, Sahil, but anyways, it was really good to spend some time with you at this open home, but because not only did we get to have a good chat about running open homes for private sale versus auction, we also had a really good opportunity to speak to the owner right before. Usually I do these meetings over the phone, but in this case I was present at the open home inspection. The owner came straight away afterwards, and we can have that meeting with him to prepare him for the reality of what he can expect on auction day. I'm not going to spoil that. We're off to 149 Mossfiel Drive with a familiar face. This is Pratik from Reliance Real Estate. We're just about to have a chat with the owner now, prepare him for the auction. So stick around to see how this one goes.
He's the one that's...
You have to after take it and leave it there.
Love it.
It's not
Do you want to come in the shade?
anything. Yeah. Like that extra whatever.
Yeah.
We'll put
So-
it, but whatever it is, no, I'm not going to buy another house for that money.
Awesome. Another boss is here.
Another boss.
You don't see that boss. That's the actual boss.
That's the real boss, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation. At 670, no further bidding, no further advance. We passed the property into our highest bidder. What do we say? We're on the market, you sure? We are on the market and selling, no better bidder offer. We've got our new owners out this way at $670,000, selling, no better bidder offer. Finished, absolutely silent, we're selling, and welcome to the neighborhood. We are sold. Congratulations, well bid, well bought on behalf of the team at Reliance Werribee. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right. Congratulations. I'm so sorry to have to do that to you.
That was the longest
I know.
we've ever been.
I'm so sorry, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm done with them. I'm sorry I couldn't do more for you. All right. Congratulations.
670 was on the market.
670 on the market, yeah. So Pratik's buyer couldn't bring even another $1,000. So he pushed him all the way to the end. We gave him as much time as we possibly could. So we tried everything. Stop.
Good luck, thank you. It's all, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Come on, meet that.
Thank you so much. We're very happy.
It's a nice house. We lived here for 11 years, so it was our first home.
Oh man. After all that talk. Pratik, after all that talk.
This one was quite a little bit of a funny one. Pratik was spending so much time just explaining to the buyer how to put the sticker on, and ended up with so many bubbles on this. But look, really good auction all round. The buyers were absolutely lovely. I felt really bad for dragging out the auction for such a long time, and you guys in the YouTube comment section had no issues letting me know that, that's for sure. But look, at the end of the day, both buyer and seller were absolutely lovely. It's actually the seller's first home passing on to a first home buyer, so it's a very lovely exchange there. In the meantime, we're going to be heading off to Sunday, so the next day now, skipping over to 90 Saltley Street, which you would have seen earlier in the video, having a chat with the owners now. So there's quite a few things happening at the moment, which I'm going to let you tune in on.
The other person, they're asking questions about the title, which is very, very last minute. So they might not be here. What we're thinking to do, we'll wait another 5 minutes to see if anybody else wants to show up. If there's a little bit of a crowd, even if there's one bidder, we can still call the auction. But if there's only one person on the street, you may as well just start the negotiation process straight away.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah, only one person. Luckily not.
Okay.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good morning.
That's for you.
Are you guys here for the auction?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Have you come through before?
No.
First time?
First time.
Oh, very nice. We'll take a quick look around. We're going to start in about 2-3 minutes, okay? Might have another person. All right, so if these guys are here to bid, we're going to run an auction. Great. Don't know, but if they're interested in sticking around for the auction, they say they want to bid, then we run the auction, we use vendor bids. What I'm thinking to do is I'm going to bring them into the backyard because it's a small auction. I don't want them spread out in the street. Just do a nice little intimate auction between two people and we'll just see where it goes. If you guys... Yeah, maybe just in the front living area, so not within sight of the auction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So from 2 people, just gonna hang around of course.
Yeah.
So how do you feel we should go with that?
Look, I think we should still run the auction if they're willing to stick around for the auction and stay around, even if they're not bidding. Yeah, I'm going to leave my speaker inside.
So we're gonna do it in the backyard?
Yeah, we're going to do it in the backyard.
How would you be able to hear it?
I'm going to put my speaker in the lounge room so you guys can hear it, yeah? Hello, how are you? Here for the auction?
Slip next door, so...
Oh, slip on through. Yeah, we're just about to start. Yeah. All right, sounds good. We're ready to go.
That's all.
I'm going to turn the speaker on and good luck to you guys, okay? Let's get going. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team at One Agency, we've got a nice intimate auction here today, so I hope you guys enjoy that, and welcome to the auction of 90 Saltley Street in South Kingsville. To bidding, who would like to get the auction underway? Don't mind where we start either, you just let me know where you see logical value and we'll start it from there. 880, thank you very much, sir, and welcome to the auction. Let's go in $20,000 rises from there. Great, you guys coming in very last minute as well. I'm gonna have to place a vendor bid, just go to $900,000. Happy to see you back in at 920. Great strong bid there at 900. I'm gonna place a vendor bid, Sahil, at 940. Happy to open it up to 10s if people would like to jump in from there. $940,000, just getting it along to a point where we can put the property on the market and sell to you today at 940. Last opportunity for anybody to jump on in, 950. Great, got it there, and securing the rights at the very least to negotiate with our vendor's written reserve price. We'll come back in just a moment. Thank you. Can you guys hear through the speaker? Okay, cool. So, I mean, good news is you've pretty much got him bidding to his budget. Okay, so before we go on and we push too far, I thought I'd take a pause and really strategize. There's a couple of different ways that we can go about it from here. Okay, so we can bring him inside, we can start the negotiations straight away, or we can go out there and ask him to increase the offer one more time. And just keep in mind, he hasn't actually, he might not even say yes to 970. He might choose to walk away. So
Let's say 960, so I think, and we keep it there.
you put it on the market, yeah? Correct. So I'm just saying the difference is that we can bring him in to negotiate, but you may find that he walks away. You guys need a little bit more time to talk about it?
Get him inside, you reckon?
That's it, and negotiate. Happy to get closer to money.
My suggestion would be to go out and ask for 960 if he bids to put it on the market and sell. And that way it's the cleanest because you can put it on rental and that's making sure that that's within your limit, right? But then if the long term is to go back out and sell, you know, after it goes to rental, more time invested in freshening the house, putting it on sale again. It's a long drawn out process, but 960 means it's guaranteed. You're not going back to the market to get conditional offers, but you go back and forward, you get people pulling out of contracts, building pest inspections where they can just do you want some time? Happy to pass in. So what about if I go out and ask for 970 instead of 960? Okay, so I'll ask for that. If he does bid to it, we announce the property on the market, we sell, okay? I'll pass in, negotiate, okay? Sounds good. I'll do my best, okay?
Thank you.
As well. All right, thanks for being patient with me. We're just going through the conversation with the owners because we've got a gap between where we're at the moment, but they've asked me to have a more direct conversation with you guys to see what you want to do. They also wanted me to give you a heads up on what the reserve is, right? Because we're not there yet, but they're also bringing that down because you guys are doing the right thing by bidding. So at the start of the auction, they've set their reserve price here. They're very realistic with what they want, okay? But they said, look, because these guys are here, they're genuine in buying. If you're happy to increase your offer to the 970, which is another $20,000, they're willing to put the property on the market to sell. Okay, so it avoids the negotiation process. Essentially, this is what they would be negotiating against if you come in, but if you're happy to increase your offer to 970, still very fair value, but they want to move on. So up to you if you guys need a bit of time to think. Yeah, I'm going to resume the auction, just let everybody else, but they asked me to pass that on to you, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to explain to you the quick conversation that we've had from there. We had instructions from our vendors to pass on to our highest bidder at this stage, whether or not they choose to increase their offer, they will still be the ones to come in and negotiate with the reserve price. Where do we go from here, buyers? Current bid is at $950,000 and instructions have been passed on. I'm still waiting for you to jump in as well. At $950,000, I'm giving them an opportunity to jump to that price themselves. Any answer yet? Let me know. At 955. You sure? Just checking once again. I know you said you're not here to buy. Yep. All done? Yeah, 100%. All done as well. All done over here. Maybe ask the kids you were done as well. Happy to go home? All done as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we formally passed the property in at $955,000. Let's give our highest bidders a round of applause here. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. We look forward to updating you with the sold results soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, thanks for going through all that with us.
Thank you.
So we're not really fully there. Like we've let you know exactly where the owners are at. And they've come down quite a fair bit from their initial expectations. So I know that you guys would have offered as much as you're willing to offer as well. So we really do appreciate that. Done all the right things. So usually when we go through this passing negotiation, it's quite a bit of back and forth and just seeing if you can go forward. I know you guys have already offered what you're willing to offer at auction because you've had a long conversation. So really the next steps is that the owners have let us know if we're not getting to 970, they want to put it back up for rental. Right, because they started with a much higher expectation. They thought, they've seen the market response. We've got another person that's willing to make a conditional offer, but they've sort of run around a little bit, which is where 970 for them.
Yeah, when they're comfortable. Yeah, I don't think we can go as far as 970. We did get a couple more thousand out to 960 or...
If we do a bit of a longer settlement, let's say 60 days, would that give us a bit of a labor? So we can do a...
Would they be willing for 60 days?
We can try
if
for
we went up to 970?
Yeah, we can try that for you.
Does that help for you guys?
Just a couple.
Yeah, we'll go in and have a conversation.
Lo and behold, buyers come back with a $970,000 offer. So, if you take it back to the very start of the auction, starting at $880,000 and eventually selling at $970,000 for the fact that it's a one bidder auction, it's an incredible outcome here. Now, I'm sure many people are thinking, look, you're a one person at an auction. I definitely wouldn't bid. And I could tell you this, you're probably not going to be the one that buys this because at the end of the day, the owner was very willing to go back to a rental. And this is the beauty of running auctions, because not only does it get you the best price from your buyers on the day, it also gives you the best price from the seller. So could have gone either way here, very close to it going back to a rental. But at the end of the day, the owner chose the latter of those, and you have a successful auction campaign again. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's a lot of auctions packed into this. It's been a really good couple of weeks. I've got plenty more auctions to come. A lot of footage. You can tell I'm about a month behind, but more is coming. Thank you so much for your support. I'm loving all of the people tuning into the content, subscribing as well. So that's been a huge thing for me. So big thank you for me. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see more of, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next video.